Welcome to the weekly educational roasts. Today we have a game submitted by Guido, Silver, Ana. Obviously Ana is an expertise, a hero that I'm an expert at, I would say. I put a lot of time into her. My style of coaching here on these roasts are I'm going to be educational. I'll make fun of you. I got to make fun of you guys more because this is supposed to be a roast. Consensually, of course. When you guys submit your stuff for 100k points on stream, you consent to getting roasted just a little bit, but I'll be kind. And I'll try to be helpful and make incremental changes. Okay, early angle to peek. I like it. You're not conditioned to deal with Widow yet, and Widow can't actually one-shot you anymore after the new patch there, so this is fine. Nice, okay. I like it. I like how you're looking for damage. Your nade also just like, what? He's not there. Okay, you're very lucky right now that we're in silver, so you haven't been punished for this yet, so you like didn't see a reason to like not peek. In a point like this, it's fine to be here early, but you can't overstay your welcome, especially like this in Ana. Where's your closest piece of cover? You either bolt back into this room or you drop down between the staircase. There's a chance that this soldier looks at you, throws a helix. There's a chance this Bastion just looks at you and DPSs you pretty hard, so you just have to be careful here. You're not really punished right now, so like it's fine, but because they're around this corner, one thing to remember as a support, this is not only for silver supports, but you know, one thing to remember is where can you do your job while simultaneously putting you in a spot and at an improved position. You can DPS here, but what are the risks versus the rewards here? Could be potentially high reward because you can get a nade and you can kill someone. Basically, this Sigma put a defensive cooldown. You can start shooting and start kiting towards a better angle, which is probably A right here, where you can still accomplish healing them and still DPSing them. You could drop down here, or you have to read the situation. The thing about Overwatch is like positioning is so dynamic. The safe spot is to go here. The neutral, but like kind of risky is here. And the third spot, depending on how tempoed and how aggressive your team is that like if they convert a kill, then you can actually stay here and actually argue and peek because all four of them are going to start kiting if they lose Sigma or they lose Bastion. I say I'm laying out like 5 options for you because you have to choose depending on the context of the situation. So no one's dead here yet. So a lot of people are also echoing what Awkward's been saying, where it's just like super damage, but it doesn't mean like you like throw yourself out there and just feed. If you swing wide here against 5 people, you're probably dead. You'll never see a support move up here unless you're like already at a numbers advantage and you're cleaning up. So you can't like blindly follow all advice. So think about, it's like chess. You have like 10 different moves. They're all fine, just don't blunder. The blunder would be like running down here when no one on the enemy team is dead. You can only go there once those parameters or those variables are met. Yeah, you're doing the very damage heavy play, which is like, okay, here, yeah, you're pressuring them. I wouldn't shoot the tank though. Okay, here's the thing. I think you're just shooting that where your eyes are going, or maybe you're going for the squishy behind, but like right here, you threw the nade. Now where do you look?
For your wounds.
I would not. Yeah, you look for the Moira. Okay, that's good. Target priority. Yeah, not bad. Okay, now you have to get out of here because they can actually, they're at a spot where they can actually like turn around the corner here. Where are you going? Where are we going? Where are we going here? What are we thinking? Okay, you could have converted the kill on the Bastion. If you don't convert this, this is gonna be very sad. Okay, not the cleanest. This is like a silver execution. How are you supposed to do this execution? Well, if you decided to stay because you're like trying to risk it all, you go for the sleep here. You can always do a free shot before you throw a nade in the situation like this. So why not just shoot once? I think you just accidentally canceled it. Let me see. Did you shoot? Yeah, you scoped in. Maybe you thought you shot and then you threw the nade. So I think you just like, you just messed up. Like execution wise. So you could have shot and then thrown the nade and then do one more shot there. And then that would have been the kill. But you know, we can clean that up. In any other rank, this Ana would be dead? Absolutely. But there's actually something you can do. As long as you recognize that in any other situation you're dead, but this is the thing. They're in silver. You can get away with a lot more. And it's fine to push those boundaries. It may build bad habits, but only bad habits are only bad if you like don't use your brain in different situations. As long as I'm making you aware, I said this. I'm like, in any other situation, you're probably dead here. You're exposing yourself here for too long. In whatever rank you are, you get away with what the enemy gives you. Like you'll notice like a lot of Reinhardts will climb for the first time when they realize they can just hide here and then just charge backwards because they just don't expect it. But like in any other rank, if you keep doing it, they'll fish you out. You push the limits. You don't have to give them respect if they have no reason to. Look, he's actually doing like, you're still holding and doing pretty well by like simply being this aggressive because no one's punishing you right now. That's the thing. You have to make sure you turn your brain on. Don't overstay your welcome. So for now, you can just continue to do this because they haven't proven that they can challenge you here yet. They're not even doing anything against you. So you know what? I'm all about it. Okay, now they're shooting you. You back up a little bit. In fighting games, they call it conditioning. Even in other games, you can condition them to think you're there too. And then you can slightly play on a different angle here. You can go for a nade right now. Go for the kill on the squishy. Nice try. I would not stay scoped in against Ana. So 1v1 tips against an Ana. Or sorry, against the Pharaoh. What the fuck am I saying? You never stay scoped in for 2 shots in a row against the Pharaoh. Against Pharaohs, you're supposed to quick scope. You quick scope and then you pick a direction. You go for the quick scope and you usually go back in the opposite direction. And that gives you enough time from this distance for her to be like, oh, she shot me. Oh, I see her strafing. And then she'll like instinctively fire that way. And then by the time you do your quick scope shot and move, the projectile will reach and it's already gone. That's how you actually 1v1 it. You don't stay scoped in more than like 2 shots. Or else you get back to back against any decent Pharaoh. But she's not decent, which is why you don't give them respect unless they deserve it. So hey, you know, I get it. Stay scoped in, sure, but I'm just letting you know when the time comes, once you get a little higher than silver, be aware of that, okay? All right, you already have nano boost. You could see, you just stayed scoped in for 2 shots. There you go. You got punished for it, like I just said right there. So now you know. I mean, you guys lost anyways. You're gonna regroup. You can stay up here for now until it looks fine. Okay, they're pushing, so you can actually drop. Get a better angle. Get a better angle. All right, well, I would have said as soon as you came here and you saw the Orisa walking forward, I would have dropped right here by this tree and you got a little decent angle here. And you can arguably nano the Orisa and still convert, even though your Reaper died. Because he went in. Actually, let's see. Is there enough time here? I'd probably argue yes. You hit clearing the area. Your Orisa has ult. Yeah, I would say you can go for it. I would have dropped right now and nanoed. And then she pops 4. Your Mercy's there pocketing. Your Ash would come down. It's actually salvageable. You could make an argument that you could do that. Yes, Yuki. Lay down. Not yet. Gotta be more proactive. Nice kill. Okay. You're up 1. Your wrist is gonna ult. Nade. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, almost. Okay. In general, that was fine. This is fine. This attempt is fine, but what I would do, usually when someone gets sig ulted, you want to make sure they're above half health because you lose half health. So like as soon as that happens, I actually have no idea what Orisa's health is. I can see it here, but if I'm you in this game, my instinct is to glance up and look at the Orisa just for a second to like make sure she doesn't get slammed and die. You nano there? No, you do not nano there, Sleepy. No. Incorrect. You already had 1 earlier and you already killed 2 with Bob. You already Orisa ulted and killed 2, so they only have 3 left, and your Ash bobbed. You didn't need to nano that at all. It was more of just making sure Orisa doesn't die for tempo. Well, I mean, your Mercy could res it, but like, just make sure your tank doesn't die here so like they don't get to push around the corner for free, so you can continue to shoot them when they come out here. So now, the fact that Orisa's alive means they have trouble moving in this area. Okay. So the thing here where you stand here and look to the right, this was good when Ash was the last one here, but because all 5 of them are coming out, and once you haven't been punished for it, like I said, but when you walk over here and you see an Ana scoped in not looking as an Ash, you can 2-tap her, Widow, Kiriko with 2-tap you. This is the Sigma shield. This is not your shield. So you have to be careful of like swinging left here and looking this way when they're all coming out of spawn. So like doing that in general is incorrect, but you weren't punished, so sure. If you really want to like be cheeky and annoy people that are like already here, then the next best spot is to drop in this section. So you at least have a wall to cover you from this angle. But you would probably die in most other cases by standing and exposing yourself to the left, especially when they're all coming here. You don't have to look here. Just look here, jiggle this piece of cover, and pressure as they come up. There you go. Pressure the Ash. Pressure the Ash. Pressure the Ash. She's the last one. Now you can shoot her and nade. Nade, 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 nade. Or 3-tap. There you go. Sure. Okay, so this is where you could have actually went left. Now you can go left. So you went left when you weren't supposed to. Like you peeked out and looked here to the left when you weren't, and then you killed the last person in line, which was Ash, the one person that could probably threaten you. This is the part where you just look right here and you just have a terrific angle right here. You already won basically 5v4 here. They had nano for a long time. You could nano, but like in a case where you just picked off the Ash because their Ash was mispositioning, like not playing with the team to get out. You just shot the 6 shield 3 times for no reason. You stopped applying pressure. You applied great pressure by killing Ash, and then you just stopped. When all you need to do is once you kill the last person in line, go out here, and now you just AFK and shoot here. They're not looking here, and they already won the fight. Some people think you just have to use the nano because you didn't use it. Well, there's no reason to use it just to use it when you've already pretty much guaranteed the fight. Even nade here. Yeah, you keep looking to the right when there's a 6 shield, and like the angle is so good to the left. You know, okay, so here's Somebody's gonna be like, KarQ, how do you know like when you're supposed to look to the right, to the left? Well, when you're already up at a 5v4, chances are the enemy team has the tendency to back up. Everybody's instinct in Overwatch, especially in silver or lower, is when you're down a person, there's a big instinct to start backpedaling. Almost 90% of the time. Not always, but in most cases. So because you know you killed the Ashe in the back, you know they're not gonna like go past where this payload is, which you can see through the wall. So they're all gonna be huddled in this section. You already knew that was gonna happen. So like you should know that's gonna happen. Then all you do is stand here and just clean up, and that's it. Playing Overwatch is like focusing on your stuff, but also thinking how the enemy would think. What is the enemy tendency to do? Put yourself in the position of the enemy, and then you can think like them. Well, you don't want to think like a silver, but you want to like predict what the silver behavior is at the rank you're playing in. What's the silver thing to do when you're down? You backpedal, which is why you get a stronger angle here. What's the silver thing to do? They all group up. You look for the straggler. Oh, you Reaper calm that you want to TP to the back. Okay. Okay, you won this one. Okay, next. Okay, yeah, see, like, nobody's challenging you here, so this is good. It's fine, okay, yeah. I don't think you'd actually be silver for too long. This is silver 4. You could probably hit gold. There's, like, no... Like, you're doing way... I've seen some other silver reviews before. This is better than a lot of them. Like, decision-making can be cleaned up. The mechanics actually are not that bad. You're shooting pretty nicely. You're actually shooting their backline and not AFK heal botting. Like, this has room for potential. You can throw the nade now because this Sigma just sucked. Right now? Throw it now. Try to do it before he re-shields after the suck. You have to time it, though, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, you did. Oh, and he dodged it. Alright, you're down 1. Alright, just concede and take a second fight on the way back. Just die. That's fine. Oh, they C9'd. What? Oh, your Reaper. Oh, your Reaper got rezzed and ulted them all. Alright, whatever. Next. Alright, what are you doing here? We're on Zenyatta. What's going on? Alright, this is fine. Nice. Okay, charge up a 5 orb here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Junkrat. Okay, it's kind of sad your team was backing up a little bit. You gotta be careful on that angle. The secondary option for this angle is inside this room, because you can basically shoot down the same line, but you have a mega health pack and a piece of cover. Yeah, I'm surprised you committed to Zen. You had a Mercy player. If you have Sigma, generally speaking, you want Baptiste or someone with it, but it's okay. This is not too big of a deal. Okay, Zen tip. You generally only charge your 5 orbs when you're in cover. It is higher DPS to just fire like primary fire. The fire rate's quicker. You can fire like what, 6 or 7 orbs by the time you get 5 orb charge and released, and then you know, finish the natural like downtime before you're able to fire again. That's one thing to remember. So like if you're not behind cover, you just discord and start pumping damage onto like Reinhardt right here. You reload it, you discord him, you just start primary firing. Not this. You don't need to do this. It's a 1.8x. All right, it's 1.8x. There you go. There's the number. Like here behind cover, sure, you can 5 orb that. You can try to 5 orb like the people in the back rather than this Reinhardt. You keep the discord on Rein so he can't play the game. Every Reinhardt player will tell you that if you get discorded as Rein, you almost can't play the game. So good. This Rein's doing funny stuff. You fished him out. Yeah, kick him. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, I was gonna say just fire at her, but you got lucky. You killed him. Remember that tip, okay? Like right here, just DPS him. Try to look for the shots. Okay. You still make progress on the payload. Would have been nicer to convert the kill. That's okay. You could charge 5 here. Okay, this payload progress is still free. It would have been nice. Uh-oh. 4v4. Orb him Harmony. Okay, you had to Harmony that one, but he probably still would have died anyways, but it's the 3v3 right now. Discord him. Good. Just primary fire. Just primary fire. It's so much lost tempo. You can pressure the shield. You didn't need to trank that. He wasn't in any danger right there. Not yet, at least. When he gets critical, you can go for it. Just primary. There you go. Good. See? Hey, there you go. Primary. Primary. All right, this is where the roasting the educational part's coming in. It's fine if you're behind cover and peeking for the first time, or if there's any downtime, like a Genji's deflecting, or like D.Va's holding Matrix, you charge it in a 1v1 in those situations. But in general, the primary is much higher attack speed. It gives you the option to like flip orbs, harmony someone, discord someone without getting locked in an animation as well. Like, charge secondary fire is good in a lot of situations, but you're choosing the wrong situations to do them. That's the takeaway point. I'm not saying never right click or a secondary fire. Okay, did he miss anybody? Yeah, he missed everybody. But he actually won this game. Okay, you can take an angle to the left, by the way. All right, that's the thing for Zen. Hopefully you learned something. I was able to like articulate a lot more on the Ana section, but maybe the Zen one was good. You're probably not going to stay in silver very long if you continue to play Ana that way. Just a little like shift in like your understanding your advantage and stuff like that, but like it was pretty good. Like I don't think you're a silver Ana player. The Zen decision making, a little silver, but that's okay.